As the years pass, even small changes in the skin can feel unsettling. A flare-up here, a patch there, quiet reminders that the body needs gentler care. The right daily habit can calm irritation, protect dignity, and help you move toward 97 with confidence. As the years pass, the skin begins to tell a quieter story. It no longer rebounds as quickly. It no longer hides irritation as easily. What once healed in days may now linger for weeks. A small breakout can feel larger than it looks, not because of vanity, but because it reminds you that the body is changing in ways you did not ask for. After 60, the skin becomes thinner and more delicate. The natural oils that once kept it supple decrease. Collagen softens. The protective barrier that held moisture in and irritants out grows less resilient. These changes are not dramatic. They happen gradually, almost politely, but their effects can be felt in subtle ways: tightness after washing, unexpected redness, small eruptions that seem to come from nowhere. Many people believe breakouts belong to youth, yet later in life, irritation can return for different reasons. It may not be driven by hormones the way it once was. Instead, it often emerges from dryness, friction, sensitivity, medication effects, or shifts in routine. The skin, once predictable, becomes reactive. This can be unsettling, especially when you have cared for yourself responsibly, especially when you assume that acne and rashes were behind you. There is a quiet frustration in doing everything the way you always have and seeing different results. But change does not mean failure. It means adaptation. Aging skin asks for a different conversation, not more effort, not more products, not aggressive correction. It asks for gentleness. It asks for attention to the barrier that protects it from the outside world. When that barrier weakens, irritation becomes easier. Breakouts do not always mean excess oil. Sometimes they mean the skin is defending itself. Understanding this removes blame. It allows you to step out of the idea that something is wrong and into the recognition that something has shifted. The goal is no longer control. It is balance. And balance begins with how the skin is cleansed. For many years, cleanliness was equated with strength. Foaming soaps, strong fragrances, scrubs that left the face feeling tight and polished. These signals meant the job was done. That sensation of tightness often felt satisfying. It felt like purity. Later in life, that tightness carries a different meaning. It is often a sign that the skin's natural oils have been stripped away. Without those oils, the barrier weakens further. Microscopic cracks form in the protective layer. Moisture escapes more quickly. Irritants enter more easily. The result may not appear immediately, but within days the skin can become red, dry, or prone to small eruptions. Overwashing is common among people who want to prevent breakouts. The instinct is understandable. When irritation appears, cleansing feels like the logical solution. Yet excessive washing can deepen the cycle. The more the barrier is disturbed, the more the skin reacts, and the reaction is often mistaken for impurity rather than imbalance. A gentle shift in cleansing can change this pattern. Warm water instead of hot. Mild, fragrance-free cleansers instead of strong soaps. Fewer passes over the skin, not more. Patting dry rather than rubbing. This does not require complicated steps. It requires restraint. It requires trusting that less can sometimes protect more. When the skin feels calmer after washing, soft rather than tighted, is often a sign that the barrier has been respected. That respect reduces the background irritation that contributes to breakouts. Cleansing becomes not a battle against the skin, but a cooperation with it. As cleansing softens, another layer of care becomes essential. Moisture. For some, moisturizing still carries the faint stigma of luxury. It may feel unnecessary, especially if oiliness was once a concern, but after 60, moisture is no longer cosmetic, it is protective. Dry skin is vulnerable skin. When moisture levels drop, microscopic cracks appear in the outer layer. These cracks allow bacteria and irritants to enter more easily. The body responds with inflammation. That inflammation can show itself as redness, bumps, or rough patches. Moisturizing is not about shine. It is about sealing the barrier. A simple, non-irritating cream applied after cleansing helps trap hydration and strengthen the outer layer. Over time, this can reduce sensitivity and calm minor eruptions. The change is rarely immediate. It unfolds gradually. Skin begins to feel less reactive. Redness softens. The cycle of dryness and flare-up slows. Hydration also supports healing. When the skin has enough moisture, it repairs itself more effectively. Small blemishes resolve with less lingering discoloration. Texture becomes more even. Moisture is a quiet ally. It does not demand attention, but its absence is often felt in discomfort. Beyond cleansing and hydration, daily life itself can become a hidden contributor to breakouts. Friction from clothing may irritate delicate skin along the neck or jawline. Synthetic fabrics may trap heat and sweat. Pillowcases that are not changed regularly can harbor bacteria. Even stress, which tightens muscles and alters sleep, can influence the skin's balance. None of these factors are dramatic. They accumulate quietly, and because they are ordinary parts of life, they are easy to overlook. Paying attention to these small influences is not about perfection. It is about awareness. Soft fabrics, breathable materials, gentle detergents, and consistent sleep patterns can all reduce background irritation. Stress deserves special consideration. Later in life, stress often changes shape. It may come from caregiving, health concerns, financial shifts, or simply the accumulation of responsibilities. Chronic stress increases inflammatory signals in the body. The skin, as a visible organ, sometimes reflects that internal tension. Calming the nervous system through steady breathing, gentle movement, or time outdoors supports not only emotional well-being, but also physical balance. Sleep, too, plays a role. During rest, the body repairs tissues, including skin. Inconsistent sleep can slow this repair process, allowing irritation to linger longer than it otherwise would. These are not dramatic interventions. They are small shifts. But small shifts, practiced consistently, change the landscape of the skin over time. All of this leads to a final principle: consistency over intensity. There is no single product that resolves every breakout. No overnight transformation that permanently quiets irritation. The skin thrives on predictability. It responds best when care is steady rather than reactive. A sustainable habit might look simple: gentle cleansing once or twice daily, immediate application of a mild moisturizer, awareness of fabrics and friction, regular sleep, periodic review of products to ensure they remain appropriate as the skin evolves. When breakouts appear, the instinct may still be to intervene aggressively, but often, stepping back rather than adding more is the wiser choice. Removing potential irritants, simplifying routines, and giving the skin time to settle can prevent escalation. The idea that 72% of breakouts can reduce with supportive habits is not a promise of perfection. It is an encouragement toward patience. Most irritation softens when the barrier is strengthened and the environment is gentle. Caring for skin in later life is not vanity, it is dignity. When the skin feels calm, confidence follows. Conversations feel easier. Movement feels less self-conscious. The mirror becomes less critical. Walking toward 97 is not about resisting change. It is about adapting with grace. The body evolves. The routines that once served you may need refinement, but refinement is not surrender. It is wisdom. The skin will continue to change. That is its nature, but with thoughtful care, gentle cleansing, protective moisture, attention to daily triggers, and steady habits, its story can remain one of resilience rather than frustration. And resilience, practiced quietly every day, becomes one of the strongest companions in the years ahead.